Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could hit the like button or subscribe. Now let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for calling ski patrol on a guy after he hit my son with his skis? My son, 11 male, and I, 44 male, recently booked a trip to go skiing in Colorado. It was my son's first time skiing, but he had seen a lot of skiing videos on YouTube, and he seemed really excited for the trip. We also live in Florida, so this is not the trip you can just go and do whenever you like. We are not rich. I grew up in Utah, and I loved skiing when I was younger, and I would say I'm an expert on the mountain. The first day goes all good, and my son really enjoyed skiing for the first time, even though he fell a lot. Lol. I made sure to be as supportive and caring as possible, even when he was struggling, because I wanted to make this as fun an experience as possible for him. However, on the second day of skiing, he says he's finally ready to ski down the whole mountain, and so we take the lift to the top. Luckily, there was a way to get down the mountain while only staying on green level trails, so we took that way. My son is having a blast, when all of a sudden, this guy in his 20s careens into my son from behind, going on insane speeds, wiping them both out. My son immediately started crying and came running to me after he got his skis off. And once he calmed down, he ran to the lodge where my wife was, and she decided to take him to the doctor's office. I immediately confront the guy for being so reckless, and he simply says that I should have been paying better attention to my kid, and then he rode off. That was the final straw for me, and I called the ski patrol number in the app and told the guy the situation and what the skier was wearing, and they told me they would find him and kick him out. Later on, I saw him getting escorted out of the park by 2 ski patrol officers, and when he saw me, he immediately started cursing me out and calling me a horrible dad. I tried to ignore it, but now I'm second-guessing myself if I overreacted. So am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Green trails are specifically beginner-friendly. Anyone who knows slopes would know that the path will be filled with kids and people still unsteady on their skis. I've never even been on the slopes, and I know that he definitely needed to be more mindful and should have had the decency to at least apologize for potentially seriously injuring a kid. The authorities at the lodge knew he was reckless and dangerous, which is why they escorted him out. He shouldn't be there if he's going to endanger other guests, especially kids. They don't need a walking while skiing lawsuit in the making on the grounds. I hope your son is okay and that this doesn't turn him off skiing. You're a good parent. Literally none of that matters. One of the first rules of the mountain is watch what is in front of you, and the person that is in front always has the right of way. Doesn't matter if you're on the kiddie slope or a double black. Yep, was going to add this same comment. It is your responsibility to not hit anyone skiing downhill of you. Not the asshole. As a ski patroller, the law is that the uphill skier is responsible for avoiding people, to maintain safe speeds, and to remain in control. An accident on the hill has legal recourse, and they were actively breaking the law. This law is posted on all of your mountain passes, and you agree to adhere to it when you are on the mountain. It is also the responsibility of the downhill skier to check uphill when merging or beginning their path. But this doesn't seem like the case from the description of the accident. It's the law, and this kind of accident is no joke. Sometimes everyone is fine, sometimes people break bones or worse, serious head injuries, etc. Dude was wrong all around and deserved to be removed. Not the asshole. Thank you for doing that. This could have been so much worse. It's a green trail. That dude should have known better. I don't even know what he means by. You should have been watching your kid. You were watching your kid. You watched him get rammed into by this asshole. How could you have prevented what happened at all? He's the guy who came up behind your son at unreasonable speed. If you were any closer to your son, you would have been hit too. That guy's just lashing out and refusing to take any responsibility for his actions. You did the right thing. What if he had hit into an even smaller child? You're all lucky this wasn't so much worse. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.